Introduction. Why do small habits matter? Imagine if you could become 1% better every day. It doesn't seem like much, but over time, this tiny improvement compounds into massive success. This is the power of atomic habits, small, consistent actions that shape your identity and transform your life. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, explains how habits work and how you can use them to improve any aspect of your life: health, productivity, relationships, and career. Today, we'll break down the 4 laws of behavior change and how you can use them to build good habits and eliminate bad ones. Atomic Habits, Chapter 1. Summary: The surprising power of tiny habits. Introduction: Why small habits matter more than big goals. Most people believe that success comes from massive actions, dramatic transformations, overnight achievements, or big, bold decisions. But in Atomic Habits, James Clear challenges this idea. He argues that real success comes from small, consistent improvements that compound over time. Let's take an example. Imagine a plane taking off from Los Angeles, heading towards New York. If the pilot changes the plane's course by just 3.5 degrees south, the passengers won't even notice the shift. But by the time the plane reaches the East Coast, it won't land in New York. It will end up in Washington, D.C. This small change in direction leads to a completely different destination. The same applies to our daily habits. Tiny changes in our daily routine can determine whether we become successful or struggle in life. The power of 1% improvement. Every day. James Clear introduces the concept of the 1% rule. If you improve by just 1% every day, it might seem like nothing at first. But over time, these small improvements compound into massive success. Mathematics of small habits. If you improve by 1% every day after 1 year, you'll be 37 times better than when you started. But if you get 1% worse every day, you'll decline to nearly 0. This is called the power of compounding. A small, consistent effort can produce massive results over time. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. James Clear. Why we fail. The plateau of latent potential. Many people quit before seeing results because they expect instant success. But real progress happens slowly at first before showing big results. Imagine an ice cube sitting in a cold room at -5 degrees Celsius. You increase the temperature slowly, -4 degrees Celsius, -3 degrees Celsius, -2 degrees Celsius. But nothing happens. Then, suddenly, at 0 degrees Celsius, the ice starts melting. Most people give up at -1 degrees Celsius, thinking that their efforts are wasted. But in reality, small changes were adding up the whole time, leading to a breakthrough. This is called the plateau of latent potential. Progress takes time to become visible. You must push through the plateau and trust the process. Identity-based habits versus outcome-based habits. One of the biggest mistakes people make is focusing on outcomes instead of identity. Outcome-based thinking, wrong approach. I want to lose weight. I want to be rich. I want to read more books. The problem? This focuses on results, not the process. Identity-based thinking, right approach. I am a healthy person who exercises daily. I am a financially responsible person who saves money. I am a reader who never skips reading a book. When you change your identity, your habits follow naturally. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. How habits work, the habit loop. James Clear explains that every habit follows a simple loop. 1. Cue, a trigger that reminds you of the habit. Example, feeling stressed makes you crave a cigarette. 2. Craving, the desire to take action. Example, you want to feel relaxed, so you reach for a cigarette. 3. Response, the actual habit you perform. Example, you smoke. 4. Reward, the satisfaction you get. Example, you feel relaxed. To build good habits, you must make the cue obvious, the craving attractive, the response easy, and the reward satisfying. To break bad habits, you do the opposite. Key takeaways from Chapter 1. 1. Tiny habits compound over time. Just a 1% improvement every day can make a huge difference. 2. Progress is slow at first. Don't give up too early. The results will come with time. 3. Focus on identity, not just goals. Act like the person you want to become. 4. Understand the habit loop. All habits follow the cue, craving, response, and reward cycle. Curious. Question for the next chapter. Now that you know why small habits matter, the next big question is, how can you actually design your environment to make good habits easy and bad habits impossible? In the next chapter, we'll explore the 4 laws of behavior change, a powerful framework to help you build habits that stick. Don't miss it. Atomic Habits. Chapter 2. Summary. How to build habits that stick. After understanding the power of small habits in Chapter 1, the next question is, how do we actually form good habits and break bad ones? James Clear answers this in Chapter 2 by introducing the 4 laws of behavior change, a simple yet powerful system for creating habits that last a lifetime. The science of habits, how our brain forms automatic behaviors. Before we dive into the laws of habit formation, let's understand how habits form in our brain. Our brain loves efficiency. It tries to automate repetitive actions to save energy. This is why we don't consciously think about tying our shoelaces or brushing our teeth. It's automatic. Every habit follows a 4-step cycle known as the habit loop. 1. Cue, a trigger that reminds you of the habit. Example, your phone buzzes. 2. Craving, the desire to take action. Example, you feel the urge to check the notification. 3. Response, the actual habit you perform. Example, you pick up the phone and check the message. 4. Reward, the satisfaction you get from completing the habit. Example, you feel connected and entertained. By understanding this loop, we can manipulate our habits, making good habits easier and bad habits harder. The 4 laws of behavior change, a simple framework for building good habits. To build good habits, James Clear suggests following these 4 laws. First law, make it obvious. Cue. Why? Most habits fail because we don't create clear triggers to remind us to act. Solution. Change your environment and use habit cues. Practical tips. Checkmark implementation intention. Clearly define when and where you'll perform a habit. I will exercise for 10 minutes at 7 a.m. in my living room. Habit stacking. Attach a new habit to an existing one. After brushing my teeth, I will read 1 page of a book. Optimize your environment. Make good habits visible and bad habits invisible. Want to drink more water? Keep a bottle on your desk. Want to reduce social media use? Keep your phone in another room. How to break a bad habit? Make it invisible. Remove the cues. Example, delete social media apps from your phone. Second law, make it attractive. Craving. Why? You're more likely to do things that are enjoyable. Solution. Increase the appeal of good habits and reduce the attractiveness of bad ones. Practical tips. Temptation. Bundling. Pair something you enjoy with a habit you need. I will only watch Netflix while running on the treadmill. Join a community. Surround yourself with people who have the habits you want. If you want to get fit, join a gym where people are serious about health. How to break a bad habit? Make it unattractive. Associate negative feelings with bad habits. Example, visualize the long-term damage of junk food. Third law, make it easy. Response, why? We tend to follow the path of least resistance. The easier a habit is, the more likely we are to stick to it. Solution: reduce friction for good habits and increase friction for bad ones. Practical tips: the 2-minute rule. Make the habit so easy that it's impossible to fail. Instead of saying, "I'll read 30 pages," say, "I'll read 1 sentence." Reduce effort. Prepare in advance. Want to eat healthy? Chop vegetables in advance. Want to work out? Lay out your gym clothes the night before. How to break a bad habit. Make it difficult. Increase effort for bad habits. Example: if you want to stop watching TV, remove the batteries from the remote. Fourth law: make it satisfying. Reward. Why? Your brain needs immediate rewards to reinforce a habit. Solution: make good habits instantly rewarding and bad habits unsatisfying. Practical tips. Checkmark. Habit tracking. Keep a record of your progress. Cross off days on a calendar when you complete a habit. Use an app to track daily exercise or meditation. Use immediate rewards. Celebrate small wins. After completing a workout, treat yourself to a smoothie. How to break a bad habit. Make it unsatisfying. Create consequences. Accountability. Partner. Tell a friend about your goal. Example: if I don't wake up early, I'll pay my friend $5. Final lessons: how to use these strategies in real life. To truly change your life, you need to apply these strategies daily. Here's how. 1. Start small. Begin with tiny habits that are easy to maintain. 2. Be consistent. Don't focus on perfection. Just show up every day. 3. Adjust your environment. Make good habits effortless and bad habits hard. Track progress. Seeing improvements will keep you motivated. 5. Stay patient. Success doesn't happen overnight, but small improvements compound over time. Curious question to keep you thinking. Now that you know how to build good habits, here's something to consider. If your daily habits continue for the next 5 years, will you be happy with where they take you? If the answer is no, start making small changes today. Your habits will shape your future, whether you realize it or not. Final words and suggestions to transform your life. James Clear's Atomic Habits is more than just a book. It's a life-changing guide. If you truly want to improve your life, start applying these lessons today. Actionable steps to take today. Check mark. Pick one small habit and apply the 4 laws to make it stick. Identify one bad habit and use the inversion of these laws to break it. Share your progress with a friend or in the comments below. Your life is the result of your habits. What habits will you choose today? Conclusion: small habits, big future. Everything we do, every small decision, every tiny habit, shapes our future, whether we realize it or not. Success isn't a one-time event. It's the result of daily actions repeated over time. Think about it. Where will your current habits take you in the next 5 or 10 years? Will they make you healthier, wealthier, and more successful? Or will they lead to regret, frustration, and lost opportunities? The choice is yours. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight. Just focus on getting 1% better every day, because tiny improvements, when compounded, create extraordinary results. Your next steps: 1. Pick one habit today, something small but meaningful. 2. Use the 4 laws of behavior change to make it stick. 3. Stay consistent. Progress might seem invisible at first, but trust the process. 4. Track your progress and celebrate small wins. 5. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better. Remember, your habits create your identity. If you want to be successful, act like the person you want to become, starting today. Now here's my question for you. What is one small habit you will start today that will change your life in the long run? Drop your answers in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching this summary of Atomic Habits. If you found these lessons valuable, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more life-changing book summaries. See you in the next video.